To the button. This hangout on air is live. I'm live. All right. So I just published a. I don't know. It's not really a blog post. It's just some source code that I attempted to do, or source code that I wrote in order to practice a code kata. Yo, I need to make something happen. So what other approach is there but to just be prolific and just go hard, right? So if I could show my screen. If I could show my screen. Come here, come here, come here. All right. So like there's a can I do this? Hold up. Present to everyone. Uh-huh. And I guess I don't need this part anymore. Where's my come here. So no, where is it at? Over here. So there's a codekata.com and there was a kata challenge that was written by Dave Thomas, whose Twitter name is Frag Dave, in which this kata is focused on business rules. So um, it says, how can you tame a wild and changing set of business rules? Imagine you're writing an order processing application for a large company. In the past, it's come to use a fairly random mixture of manual and ad hoc automated business practices to handle orders. They now want to put all these various ways of handling orders together into one whole your application. However, they and their customers have come to cherish the diversity of their business rules, and so they tell you that you'll have to bring all these rules forward into the new system. And so, like, that's the intro paragraph, and then they have these lists of rules that continues to get extended for the system, and also has a high probability of changing. So these are some of the business rules, right? Like if the payment is for a physical product, generate a packing slip for shipping. If the payment is for a book, create a duplicate packing slip for the royalty department. Um, if the payment is for a membership, activate that membership. If the payment is an upgrade to a membership, apply the upgrade. If the payment is for a membership or upgrade, email the owner and inform them of the activation. If the payment is for the video, learning to ski, add a free first aid video to the packing slip. If the payment is for a physical product or a book, generate a commission payment to the agent, and so on and so on. And so, as I'm reading this, I already realized that there's some things that I missed in my implementation. So this is an example of some some business rules that they have that tend to be very specific, and they just keep layering more and more rules on. So, for example, if the payment is for the video learning to ski, well, is the video learning to ski, is that a physical product? Like, I mean, what's the definition of a physical product? I mean, this product you can see, right? You can see the video. Does that mean that it's physical, or is this supposed to be like a literal like DVD, VHS, or data? Like, so there's some. I think this is a good exercise because it encourages developers to really think about definitions of certain words within requirements that the business wants. And so I immediately know for a fact, even though I didn't do this in my implementation, that when you got like hella like just rules that are really really specific and case sensitive, like you have to maintain test automation. You have to leverage unit tests. You have to map an automated test to each of these requirements. Else, you will be on suicide watch trying to maintain this beast of a code base with all these arbitrary rules. Um, And so, I mean, whenever I'm working for clients, there's no argument, there's no question asked. I'm going full throttle TDD because I don't want to miss anything, I don't want to break anything, and I don't believe in putting in unnecessary effort just because my ego uh, could make me believe that I'm so awesome that I can do everything perfectly. No, I'm a human being and I make other mistakes. So anyway, going off on the tangent, these are the business rules, and there's an objective here, right? And it says, how can you tame these wild business rules? How can you build a system that will be flexible enough to handle both the complexity and the need for change? And how can you do it without condemning yourself to years and years of mindless support? And so this is the part that really had me asking questions. And I posted a question on Stack Overflow in which I referenced this kata and I threw at them my implementation, and uh, I asked them if the functional programming approach was a good approach for this problem. And it's a sincere question because I don't know. The way I would have done this before picking up F sharp is I would just use a pub sub pattern, and I would essentially, in regards to maintainability, I kind of would like use like this, I don't know, this plug and play architecture where I have all these different messages that represent different requirements. And then I have various subscribers that are registered for these messages, or that subscribe to these messages, and they just handle it. So to make long story short, if I weren't doing this in F sharp, then I would be doing this in C sharp, in which I would just have a message bus platform, right? And then I would have subscribers and publishers, and they don't know about each other. Hence, they both have the dependency on the message bus, and it's just a decoupled system where again, your subscribers are completely decoupled from your publishers, and vice versa. That's the object oriented approach I will use. But I'm trying to learn and think functionally. So to show you my source code, and I see that there's some things that I missed, right? So for example, they specifically named within the requirement the video learning to ski. Like they said that specifically. And so that's when I do a first aid along with the packing slip. Within my implementation, I didn't cover that. I just had video, right? But what I probably should do is say learning to ski video, and that is being referenced over here. Yeah, so that's a little bit better. And so here's my source code, right? I got hella types in here. These are all my types. I got the main types are my packing slip, which is a record, and then I have everything else is pretty much discriminated unions going down. I have physical products, which could be a book, learning to ski video, and then other, which other can be other videos, but not learning to ski. And then I have this discriminated union type called membership type, in which there's membership and then there's upgrade, right? And that's based on, you know, if a payment is for a membership, activate that membership. If the payment is for an upgrade, then apply the upgrade. If the payment is for a membership or upgrade, email the owner and inform them of the activation or upgrade. And then I have this payment for, in which I pretty much break it down to a physical product or a membership. And then I have this packing slip options, in which it could be a packing slip. It could be duplicate slips, right? Based on this requirement for a book, create a duplicate. And I think, and it says for the royalty department, and I see a gap right there because over here I say publish duplicates, package slip, and what I probably want to do is say, I wonder if I can do this. Royalty department. Can I do that? No, you're not gonna let me do that, huh? Yeah, I know why I can't do that. All right, yeah. And if I can do that, can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. And so, move this back over here. There we go. All right, that looks fine to me. All right, so I mean, as I'm going over this kata that I just wrote the source code for, I'm kind of doing my own code review as well, and I'm going to talk about this publish function. I'm going to talk about that, but anyway, before I do, so my main function is this function called respond to, in which it takes a payment. And I can get rid of that. Thank you. Come here. So this respond to function takes a payment. This payment represents this right here, this physical product, this membership. And I go ahead and I process this payment via pattern matching, and I say match payment with it's either going to belong to a physical product or it's going to belong to a membership. And I mean, this is pretty much it. I take the kind of physical product. It's either a book, it's a learning to ski video, or it's something else. My OCD is taking over. Yeah. And bring that back. Come here. All right. And my phone is buzzing. And so match payment, it's either going to be a physical product or it's going to be a membership. And then if it's a physical product, then I take the different union cases of a physical product, and then I process it accordingly, right? And same thing down here. I take the union cases of a membership, whether it's a new membership or upgrading a membership, and I process it accordingly. Now, this publish is really nothing but me publishing a message for some external system to process, whether that external system is responsible for shipping out boxes, or should I say packages, in which it requires a packing slip. No, why is this right here? Do I need this? I don't need that. I don't think I need that. Come here. Or I could publish something in which it deals with, oh, I see something else that I'm missing. I could publish some type of information about a membership being created, or an upgrade to a membership, in which I pass in the information of the member ID. So when we look at this publish, it's really nothing but, I think the right word is stub. I'm not sure, but I mean, it's pretty much empty, right? Same thing here. This get agent is basically, this get agent is the function that deals with the requirement of receiving payment for a physical product, in which we need to send an agent a commission. So I have this function that supposedly takes the product ID that the payment was for, and based on that product ID, it queries the agent that we need to make a payment to or provide commission to. So that's it right here. And all these are just, these are stubbed out. And that's it. I didn't write any automated tests, which I'm sure is going to notify me of areas that I've missed within the business rules. And in addition to that, I'm curious if, well, yeah, all this stuff returns unit, right? This publish returns unit. So I don't even think, my current thought process is I don't even think this is a candidate for property-based testing at all. And that's just an observation that I have because I'm publishing these packages to the outside world for them to handle, in which the only thing that is important, I think at this point, are the payloads that I'm publishing. The outside world, which are subscribers, are going to subscribe to these various messages, such as duplicate slips with first aid video, and they're going to take the payloads on here, right? Packing slip. They're going to another message is activate membership or upgrade membership. That's another one. The payload is going to be member ID, right? And so, yeah, that's my thought process right now. And let me go back to me. How do I go back over here? Let me go back to me. I'm going to go ahead, take this video, and I'm going to add it to the blog article that I just published. So there's some more context. That's it. So I'm open to feedback on if functional programming is an appropriate strategy, or using a functional programming language such as F# is an appropriate strategy for this specific kata, in which the objective, I'll repeat, is how can you tame these wild business rules? How can you build a system that will be flexible enough to handle both the complexity and the need for change, with the emphasis on change? And how can you do it without condemning yourself to years and years of mindless support? All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm interested in people's feedback. I am trying, right? As long as I keep asking questions, as long as I keep practicing, as long as I make observations in my practice, then I feel like I have no choice but to advance in this language that they call F#. So my name is Scott Nimrod. My internet name is Bizmonger, and I'm available for hire. I do mobile application development. I do test automation. And I think I'm like approaching intermediate level within functional programming. I think, whatever. That's it. Check out my blog, bizmonger.wordpress.com. Right, I update it damn near every day or every other day. And look at all my videos. I have thought leaders on here. I have up and coming thought leaders on here, and I have some really interesting people that are thought provoking, right? As I chop it up with them. So that's it. Adios. Te veo a ratito. I am out. 3, 2, 1.